Fascinating concept. Our society judges you based on current success. So if you're already in a good situation, people glance, they look at you, they say, he did it. He made it happen. I can trust him. I can harness his word. He criticizes me. I'll listen. When do they say this? When you're already successful. Even though it's a circumstance that got you successful. Even though it's society thinking. With a collective mindedness, they're creating this retroactive agreement. And it's so subtle because it's implied. Whoever's presumed not to have success are the ones deemed outcasts. But the moment they're deemed a success, it doesn't matter how or why, their word automatically grows in strength. People automatically respect them. Fundamentally, it's not logical. So what's happening here? The mind, the ego, what's underlining all cultures, are value systems created from this source. Did they get success? Did they get what we perceive as valuable? And if he did, he's important. And you have to respect him and listen to his word. Or her word. It's retroactive dominance by the fact that you have a good name. But do you want life to be about dominance? Whether or not you're able to convince people that you're a success, which involves a ton of manipulation and brainwashing among the masses? Or do you want truth? Or do you want to hear this wisdom that helps you understand what's going on beneath the consciousness of everyone? How confirmation bias is infused into the psyche of all. This doesn't mean to be disrespectful to a rich person or nice to a poor person. Just recognize how you function underneath the mind and the heart. Unconsciously, this is happening. We respect those with power, authority, dominant, top of the food chain and hierarchy, ones with a lot to say, ones who already have followers, ones who already have respect, ones who are already famous, those already quoted in newspapers, those already known for being a scholar or a guru. We should live in a world where a person should not have to call himself Jesus in order to be heard and taken seriously. Of course, that backfires because the Christian church made it impossible for anyone to come back to life, despite Jesus saying he's coming back. But besides the point, a pre-existing name should not determine their level of attention. What causes people to get famous are archetypes in the psyche, unconscious parts of us that we think are righteous or evil. If our base functions think something is good for survival, they get respect, they get favored. But if there is a principle that something or some way of doing something is bad for survival, but it's only a belief, still, they don't get favored. The psyche says it's highly recommended that this person be ignored. Because the goal of these creatures, the goal of the reptilian brainstem, is to keep offspring alive. It's to keep eggs hatching, regardless of the inapplicability of that format. Which means our value system that throw people in the deep end are based upon this reptilian brainstem that we all glorify and praise, consciously or subconsciously, for the sake of self-preservation, while always forcing ourselves to be oblivious and ignorant of this phenomenon, so we can continually doing this, to continually feel this way, to continually run our politics and governments with this in mind, without it be deemed cruel, or outdated, or irresponsible, or primitive. Because this is how the entity behind the mind thinks. So yes, use your common sense. Yes, get out of bitter situations. Self-develop if you want. But remember, you have to stop promoting this system, that it's an ideal for you to make it happen on your own, for you to get the point across that you're qualified for a given position. Because some people are not following the base functions of this brainstem, or don't care to. They go above the social brainwash. Instead of saying you suck, you're irresponsible, you're cognitively undeveloped, say I need to help this person. Because the ego is an asshole. Our society is built around it. You must say, it's never their fault. Help them without the need for them to ask for help.